Hello and welcome to Arvada Insights. I'm Arvada Mayor Mark Williams. We've been getting acquainted with the City Council members in Arvada. Today we're headed to District 3. Please welcome the representative from District 3, Shelley Cook. Hi, Shelley.
Good to see you.
Great to see you. Describe District 3 for our viewers.
Okay, it's basically the southern part of Arvada, at least that part from Wadsworth all the way west to McIntyre, south of 64th, then to the boundary. So represents a spectrum, some of the oldest parts of the town, mid-century, and then out to the newer parts on the west side.
This is your third term as an Arvada City Council member. You're a Colorado native, and you live right there in Old Town.
That's right.
Tell us what's going on in your community.
Yeah, I moved there in 1983. The great thing is that my first two terms were in the 90s, and we were just starting the planning and work toward the gold line. So it's great to be back right now when it's actually coming to fruition. So that's the major thing, especially for District 3 right now. Yeah. There's
a construction project going on right now with some sidewalks going on. Tell us what that's all about.
Okay. So the city has done some planning, as you would know, over the years to make sure that access of all kinds into the gold line areas, the stations, is facilitated for people on foot as well as in vehicles or on bikes. So what you see on Wadsworth, Old Wadsworth right now, is sort of a neighborhood byway, which is meant to be an enhanced connection into Old Town. So you'll see extra wide sidewalks, there'll be enhanced crosswalks, that sort of thing. Everything meant to facilitate direct access, easy access from people in the neighborhoods surrounding the area. So we've got one there already under construction. There's one funded that'll start soon on Ridge Road going into the Kipling station site. And then another one we're working on 57th into Old Town. So
the gold line's a huge issue for all of us in Arvada, opening in 2016. It's particularly important to your community. Tell us about that.
That's right. You know, there are 3 stations in Arvada. And by its nature, skirting the southern part of the city, it does impact District 3. So there will be stations at Sheridan, one in Old Town, obviously, and then another one at Kipling and Ridge. And even the one in Wheat Ridge, the terminus at Ward Road, will still serve Arvada residents because people on the west side, I expect, will drive to that one. So lots going on. The station design is practically done. And so you, I know, are very interested in this stuff, and we'll see all kinds of good things happening here shortly.
Yes. We talked to a representative from the Gold Line to get a construction update. Let's hear about that.
The section through Arvada is getting close to the 100% design stage at this time. Within the next 2 months, we should have 100% approval from all the agencies, and we could go to work. The first work we'll see in this area is going to be utility relocations. We have a number of water lines, sewer lines, overhead power lines, gas lines, and communication lines, and that's the majority of work you're going to see in 2012. We will go out to all the neighbors that will be affected in a particular area more than a month before we start any work in that area and talk individually to them to say what's going to happen as far as water line relocations or any particular detours. We will have some educational get-togethers with the school to teach them about train safety. Our big concerns is, yeah, there's been train tracks going through this area for over 100 years, but our trains will be going a lot faster and a lot more often. So there's some safety issues that the entire community needs to be aware of.
Thank you so much for that update. It's great to hear what's going on with that. Shelley, another part of your district is the Arvada Ridge area. There's a new project there as well.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, it's the first development to take place at one of the stations since construction started last summer. And what you see is a 378, what Maureen Fair, she's with Urban Renewal, calls Class A apartments. These will be directly adjacent to the transit stop. So folks there will be able to walk to the transit. They'll also have a direct connection into the shopping area, including groceries, restaurants, etc., to the south of them. Beyond that, Red Rocks Community College is right up the hill from them, so it's in a great location. I think the combination of those things means that complex will be attractive forevermore. It's just a fabulous place to live. Gorgeous views as well. So
it's really exciting to see those kind of projects coming online.
It is.
You as the District 3 representative, I'm sure, have gotten a lot of calls about the trees coming down along Garrison and that area. Talk to us about that.
Okay. That's the site of a major drainage project. What we're doing is we're shifting the floodplain that currently seeps into the neighborhood around it, the business areas, and causes those folks to have to pay a lot of extra money in insurance, flood insurance every year. So what we're doing is we're shifting the floodplain out of those areas into the park, and they'll no longer have to buy that insurance. The bad news is that in order to do that, we're reducing the level of the park by 4 feet, and most of the trees that exist there now won't be able to remain. However, we're doing all we can. There's 37 we know of so far that we'll be able to relocate and either on site or at some other public park. And they're tweaking the design currently. They're looking at small changes they can make that would allow us to preserve even more. So we'll see lots of construction getting underway here shortly. And the good news also is that that black pile of snow is about to go. So, yeah.
Shelley, you have been a champion for land use, for multimodal transportation, your involvement with the A-Line and what you've brought to our community with that, and just the knowledge that you've gained through your experience, your time at Harvard. You are a great representative to our city, and we are so fortunate to have you. Thank you for what you do for the city, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Great. I'm Mark Williams. Thanks for watching Arvada Insights. That's a wrap. We'll see you next time. Thank you.